Okay, good afternoon po sa ating lahat. Welcome po ulit sa ating procurement activity this afternoon, which is pre-bid conference for ITB number 2024-23. To start, let's start by an opening prayer to be led by Engineer Ambasa. Ambasa, pag-edit mo, para kita.
Ilagay po natin ang ating presensya sa Panginoon. Panginoon, maraming salamat po sa panibagong araw na ito. Ngayon po kami ay nagsama-sama upang isagawa ang pre-bid na ito. Patuloy niyo po kaming gabayan, bigyan ng wastong kakayahan, lino ng isipan, at maayos na pakikipag-ugnayan upang maisagawa namin ang maayos ang gawain na ito. Yun lamang po at maraming salamat.
Amen. Thank you, Engineer. Our attendees for this activity are the following, starting with our presenter from Planning and Design section, Engineer Aura Naredo. And Engineer Aaron Ambasa. Engineer Ken Francisco. Present. Engineer Julian Lafortesa Belen. Engineer Rosmond Fulo, back provisional member for Civil Works.
Present po.
Engineer Chris Yusel Plete, back DPWH member.
Present.
We would also like to acknowledge the presence via Zoom of the following. Miss Ian Brizel Torrecampo, back Secretariat member.
Present po.
Miss Virna Ortiliano, back regular member.
Present. Good morning po. Afternoon na pala.
Mr. Leonardo S. Montano II, back Secretariat member.
Present po.
Engineer Jolina Marie Pedron, back PWG member.
Present po.
Engineer Jaime Lactanin, back regular member.
Present po. Present.
Engineer Jane Garcia Rosales, back vice chairperson.
Present po.
Engineer Dwight John Aston, back chairperson.
Present, good afternoon.
And yours truly, Engineer Jess Morris Tobias, back secretariat head. To officially start this activity, let us give the floor to our back provisional member for Civil Works, Engineer Rosmond Fulo.
Ba't may video? Pwede ba may walang video? Good afternoon, everybody. Everyone.
Para makita na. Dito na lang sa ITV.
Today we will be having our pre-bid for the presentation of the following projects from the invitation to bid number 2024-23. For project number 1, reconstruction of multipurpose building, Gabaldon Building, San Pedro Central Elementary School, San Pedro City, Laguna, with contract ID number 24DI0181, with an ABC of 5,940,000. Duration. Yeah. For the second project, construction of multipurpose hall, Phase 1 and Phase 1A, Villa Olympia, Subdivision and Harmony Subdivision, Barangay Maharlika, San Pedro, Laguna. Contract ID number 24DI0182, with an approved budget for the contract of 9,900,000. For the third project, with contract ID number 24DI0183, construction of 4-story, 8 classroom,
school building in Dita Elementary School, Barangay Dita, Santa Rosa, Laguna. An ABC of 39,800,000. Project number 4, contract ID number 25DI0012, construction of river protection structure along Tunasan River near SLEX Upstream, San Pedro City, Laguna, with an ABC of 144,750,000. For project number 5, with contract ID number 25DI0018, construction of river protection structure near Yakal Bridge, San Pedro City, Laguna, with approved budget for the contract of 49 million. We would like also to inform the supplemental bulletin number 2024-24, dated October 24, 2024. Subject, postponement and resumption of the procurement activities for projects under ITB number 2024-23 with contract ID numbers 24DI0181 to 24DI0183, 25DI0012, and 25DI0018. This supplemental bulletin number 2024-24 is issued to announce the postponement and resumption of the procurement activities for projects under ITB number 2024-23 with contract ID numbers 24DI0181 to 24DI0183, 25DI0012, and 25DI0018, which was posted in the DPWH website on October 18 to 24 and PhilJeps on October 18 to November 6, 2024. In view of the proclamation of the Malacanang for suspension of government work in Luzon due to persistent rains and strong winds from severe tropical storm Christine.
Before we start the presentation of each project, please be informed that queries, questions, and clarifications will be entertained right after every each presentation. So, start na po tayo. Presenter, please. Karen, pakaya na naman yung presentation.
So, good morning po. For our first project, we have reconstruction of multipurpose building, Gabaldon Building, San Pedro Central Elementary School, San Pedro City, Laguna. So, project allocation niya po is 6 million with approved budget for the contract of 5.94 million with EO of 1% equivalent to 60,000. Duration niya po is 150 calendar days and area po nung existing building is 23 meters by 9 meters. Ang general scope po natin dito is restoration of the Gabaldon building. Site location niya po, yung Gabaldon building po na i-repair is located sa loob ng San Pedro Central Elementary School mismo po. And then, ito po yung site validation photos. Makikita po natin dyan yung old Gabaldon building na restore and ginawang isang buong function hall po. So, ang goal po natin is maibalik siya sa dati niyang itsura, which is yung may mga kapis window po, and hahatiin po natin siya sa 3 classroom. Ito po, as reflected po sa presentation, makikita po natin yung as-built niya po. Meron po siyang extended na room sa likod, which is for removal na po. And isa po siyang buong open area, isang buong function hall na magiging 3 classroom na po. Ito po yung magiging itsura niya. Ito po, makikita natin sa elevation po niya na ayan, may mga kapis window po siya. Magpapalit din po tayo ng corrugated roofing, painting works, mga ganun po. So, for the summary of quantities, we have Part A, construction of field office for the engineer, provision of furniture, fixtures, equipment, and appliances for the field office for the engineers, provision of progress photograph. Sa Part B po, other general requirements, we have permits and clearances, project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health, mob and demob, general scaffolding, shoring, netting. For Part C po, earthwork, removal of structures and obstruction. For Part E po, we have catch basin, concrete, storm drainage and downspout, ceiling, wall frame, wood, finishing hardware, frames, wooden doors and window, corrugated metal roofing, fabricated metal roofing accessories, ridge rolls, flashing and gutters, glaze tiles and trims, cement floor finish, cement plaster finish, painting works ng masonry, wood and steel, varnishing, reflective insulation, CHB non-load bearing. For electrical naman po, we have conduits, boxes and fittings, wires and wiring devices, panel board with main and branch breakers, lightning fixtures. For Part D naman po, mechanical, we have ventilating system and fire alarm system. So for the minimum requirement, we have backhoe, 0.8 cubic meter, jackhammer, cutting outfit, air compressor, and dump truck. Any questions po?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Engineer Aura from Planning Design to present the next project. 24DI-0182, Construction of Multipurpose Hall, Phase 1 and Phase 1A, Villa Olympia Subdivision. In Harmony Subdivision, Barangay Maharlika, San Pedro City. For our project information, project allocation of 10 million, ABC of 9,900,000, EAW of 1%, equivalent to 100,000. Duration of 180 calendar days. Net dimension of the building is 13.21 meters by 10.15 meters. And then for our scope of works, construction of 2-story multipurpose building. So ito po yung site location natin sa gawin po siya is within Maharlika Integrated School. So ito po yung gagawin pa lang po natin na building po. Ito po yung ating site validation. So medyo mataas lang po yung existing ground line po, natural grade line po natin dito. So, ang mangyayari po natin, ang slab on grade po natin is elevated din po siya. Same po na elevation from the existing building po sa tabi po niya. For our floor plan, so ito po yung ating ground and second floor plan. So, dito po meron po tayong for ground floor plan, meron po tayong iba't ibang rooms na available po natin, including na po dito yung ating pong partitions. Then for second floor plan, meron po tayong room 1 and multipurpose room po. Included po sa second floor plan is yung ating kitchenette and then po yung ating mga toilet and storage po. Ito naman po yung ating elevation, front elevation and left side elevation. So ito po yung ating program of works. Then for our summary of quantities, based naman po dito, ang ating pong building na gagawin, ang ating two-story building pong gagawin is fully furnished naman po siya. So dito po is Part A, facilities for the engineer. Part B, other general requirements, including po dito yung permits and clearances, project delivery and signboard, occupational safety and health, mobilization, demobilization, general scaffolding, shoring and netting, and then ramp. Yung ramp po na ating PI din po dito is for tactile blocks. Then for Division 1, general. So for earthwork po, meron po tayong isang tree na kailangan po nating putulin. Then yung ating building excavation and then gravel fill po. For Part D, reinforced concrete, 3,000 PSI po yung ating gamit po dito. With rebar steel na deformed grade 14, grade 6, and then formworks and false works. For finishing and other civil works, catch basin. So ito po yung mga main leads ginagamit po natin for our multipurpose building. Same thing with electrical, conduit boxes and fittings, wires and wiring devices, panel board with main and branch breakers, and then lighting fixtures. Then for mechanical is ventilating system and fire alarm system. That's all po. Thank you.
Ano siya? Tatin
Dita. Dita.
ito? Maharlika?
Dita.
Dita?
Good afternoon po. I'm Engineer Juliana Fortes Abilin from Planning and Design section. I will discuss the next project, construction of 4-story 8 classroom school building in Dita Elementary School, Barangay Dita, Santa Rosa, Laguna. With a project allocation of 39,900,000, EBC of 39,800,000. Dimension niya is 23 by 9.5. Duration is 300 calendar days. For the scope of works, complete construction of 9.5 meters by 23 meters, 4-story 8 classroom. School building mostly built with concrete and masonry with PWD ramps, with handrails, parapet wall on concrete gutter, tiles on all classrooms, and complete with electrical works with aircon po sa lahat ng classroom, sanitary and plumbing works, ventilation, water pumping system, and demolition of existing structure. So for the project location po, sa Dita Elementary School po, sa may gate po siya mismo. Ayan. Pagpasok po ng gate sa kaliwang side. So floor plan po, typical 4-story 8 natin with extra finishings lang nga po, which is yung tiles and aircon po. So for minimum equipment requirement, plate compactor, concrete vibrator, pump cleat, bar cutter, bar bender, and then welding machine. So for the scope of works po, construction of field office, provision of progress photographs. For Part B, other general requirements, we have permits and clearances, project billboards and signage, occupational safety and health, mobilization and demobilization, and general scaffoldings and shorings. For Part C, earthworks, we have removal of structural and obstruction, embankment from structural excavation, embankment from barrow, common soil, embankment from barrow, granular coarse materials, and gravel fill. For Part D, reinforced concrete, we have structural concrete 3,000 PSI plus A, 28 days, and structural concrete 4,000 PSI plus A, 28 days din. And we also have reinforcing steel deformed grade 40 and grade 60. Lastly is formworks and false work po. For finishing naman po, part E, we have catch basin, concrete type, sewer line works, storm drainage and downspout, septic tank, concrete type, plumbing fixtures, cold water lines, cistern, ceiling, sa lahat po ito ng floor, wall frame woods or yung blackboard po sa lahat ng classrooms, finishing hardwares, fire rate, fire rated fire exit door po para po ito dun sa taas papuntang roof deck sa overhead tank po. Residential casement, bintana sa likod, aluminum glass window opening type sa CR, aluminum glass window fixed type, and then aluminum glass window sliding types. Sa harap po ito since naka-aircon po yung mga classroom. So, from jealousy na standard, ginawa po natin siyang sliding. Then, frames naman po for the doors. Then, doors, yung flash and wood panel. Next item is fabricated metal roofing, flashing po, pre-painted metal sheet, rib type, and then waterproofing cement base, glaze tiles and trims. So, naka-glaze tiles po ang ating lahat ng classrooms. And glaze tiles for the CR. Cement for finish with floor hardener. Cement plaster finish. Painting works for masonry, wood and steel. Reflective insulation. Next is CHB non-load bearing, 100 and 150 mm. Ito naman pong metal structure is para po sa fire exit po ito. Next item is metal structural accessories, bolts and rods, turnbuckles, sag rods, cross bracing, and steel plates. Next item for the finishing is structural steel trusses and purlins, and lastly is the railings po. Next item is for part F, we have electrical, conduit boxes and fittings, wires and wirings device, panel board with main and breaker, lighting fixtures and CCTV system. For last part naman po, part G, mechanical. So, nasa ventilation system po ang ating air conditioning system unit po. And water pumping system, water tank, stainless, fire extinguisher, and then fire alarm system. So, ito po yung ating site photos po. So, may demolish po tayo. So, any question po? Thank you po.
Good afternoon po everyone. I am Kian Francisco po to discuss our next project, 25 DI-12, construction of river protection structure along Tunasan River near SLEX Upstream, San Pedro City, Laguna. For the project information, project allocation po is 150 million pesos. The EBC, 144,750,000 pesos. Duration is 345 calendar days. DEO po 3.5%, 5,250,000 pesos. Scope of work, reinforced flood control structure with steel sheet pile foundation. So for the summary of quantities, nandiyan po yung ating construction of field office, provision of furniture and fixtures, provision of progress photographs, project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health, mobilization, demobilization. Then meron po tayo removal of structures and obstruction,
structural concrete, clean concrete, reinforcing steel, clearing and grubbing, individual removal of trees, surplus common excavation, sheet piles, then ang atin pong trees. Minimum equipment requirement naman po, 1 backhoe, 2 dump truck, 1 vibro hammer, 1 welding machine, 1 bagger mixer, 1 water truck pump, 1 payloader. So, ito po yung ating project location. So, po. So, bali may dalawang alignment po. Yung isang alignment po is from Station 3 plus 690 to Station 4 plus 360. Bali from near SLEX po to near 10C Technology. Yun po yung unang alignment. Then, pangalawang alignment po natin is from Station 4 plus 157.7 to Station 4 plus 440. Yun po naman po yung near La Marea. So, ito po yung site photos dun sa near SLEX po. Yan. Then, ito po yung ating structure po dun sa portion na yan. Nakaslant po siya na may height po na 4 meters po. Then, ito naman po yung sa end nung alignment 1 po. Yung near 10C Technology po. So, bali dyan naman po sa portion na yan, ganito po yung magiging typical detail po. Bali vertical po na may height po na 4.23 meters. Then, may mga portion din po na toe protection po yung ilalagay natin. So, bali pile cap lang po siya. Then, para naman po sa site access po natin is sa Marea Gate 1 near Indian Holding Incorporated po. Then, yan po yung naging coordination meeting po with HOA Infrastructure Committee. Then, minutes of the meeting. So, that's all po. Thank you. So, for our last project naman po, 25 DI-18, construction of river protection structure near Yakal Bridge, San Pedro City, Laguna. Project information po, project allocation, 50 million pesos. ABC is 49 million pesos. Duration, 231 calendar days. EAW, 3.5%, 1 million pesos. Scope of work, reinforce flood control structure with steel sheet pile foundation. So, for the summary of quantities po, nandyan po yung ating typical po for the flood control, yung field office, provision of progress photographs, project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health, mobilization, demobilization, then for removal of structures and obstruction, reinforcing steel, structural concrete, lean concrete, clearing and grubbing, individual removal of trees, surplus common excavation, embankment from structure excavation, sheet piles, then pipe culverts, then lastly po is yung trees. So minimum equipment requirement, 1 backhoe, 2 dump truck, 1 vibro hammer, 1 welding machine, 1 bagger mixer, 1 water truck pump, 1 payloader. For the project location po, ito po siya. Near Yakal Bridge po. Start po natin is Station 6 plus 734.3. Ang end po is Station 7 plus 374. Ito po yung ating site photos po. And yung atin pong typical detail po. So vertical po siya na L-type na may height po na 4.23 meters. So, ano po. That's all po. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. For the major category of works and pickup category, for 24 DI 0181, reconstruction of multipurpose building, Gabaldon Building, San Pedro Central Elementary School, San Pedro City, with an ABC of 5,940,000. Major category of works. The following is the major category of works involved in the contract to be bid. Buildings, construction without piles, low-rise, concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories, BICWO PLC. And for the following similar categories of works, it is indicated as follows. For the pickup license category, C and D, and the pickup license classification, small b. For next project, 24 DI 0182, construction of multipurpose hall, Phase 1 and Phase 1A, Villa Olympia Subdivision and Harmony Subdivision, Barangay Maharlika, San Pedro, Laguna, with an ABC of 9,900,000 pesos. Major category of works. It involves the building construction without piles, low-rise concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories, BICWO PLC. And for the similar category of works, it is described as follows. For the pickup license category, C and D, and the pickup license classification, small b. For the next project is 24 DI 0183, construction of 4-story, 8-classroom school building in Dita Elementary School, Barangay Dita, Santa Rosa, Laguna, with an ABC of 39,800,000 pesos only. For the major category of works, buildings, construction without piles, low-rise, concrete frame, 1 to 5 story, BICWO PLC. And for the similar category of works, it is described as follows. For the pickup license category, B, and the pickup license classification, medium A. For the next project, 25 DI 0012, construction of river protection structure along Tunasan River near SLEX Upstream, San Pedro City, Laguna, with an ABC amount of 144,750,000 pesos only. For the major category of works, it involves in the contract to be bid, flood control, construction, slope protection using structural measures such as revetment, retaining wall structures, and wire net or FCSPS. For the similar category of works, it is indicated as follows. Pickup license category B and the pickup license classification medium A. For the next project, 25 DI 0018, construction of river protection structure near Yakal Bridge, San Pedro City, Laguna, with an ABC of 49 million pesos only. The major category of works, flood control construction, slope protection using structural measures such as revetment, retaining structures, and wire net, or FCSPS. For the similar categories of works, please refer as follows. For the pickup license category B and the pickup license classification medium A.
Ano yan? So for our next topic, once again, this pre-bid conference includes ITB number 2024-23 with contract ID numbers 24DI0181 to 24DI0183 and 25DI0012 and 25DI0018. For the agenda, project data, requirements for bidding documents, bid forms, technical and financial proposals, criteria for eligibility screening, preliminary examination of bids, evaluation of bids, and post-qualification. Submission of bidding documents. The DPWH Laguna 2nd District Engineering Office will use non-discretionary pass/fail criteria in the eligibility check, preliminary examination of bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification and award. Requirement of bidding documents. Instruction to bidders, general conditions of contract, special conditions of contract, specification, drawings, bill of quantities, and forms. For eligibility requirements or technical component, also known as envelope number 1, for Class A documents, legal documents, PhilJEPS registration certificate, valid PhilJEPS registration certificate, platinum membership in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. And for the technical documents, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Single largest completed contract or SLEC. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided under the rules. Special pickup license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. Original copy of bid security, if in the form of a surety bond. Submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration. For the project requirements, letter A, organizational chart for the contract to be bid. B, list of contractors' key personnel, including project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foremen, to be assigned to the contract to be bid, with their complete qualification and experience data. And C, list of contractors' major equipment units, which are owned, leased, or under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project, as the case may be. The experience means total years of civil works experience of any nature in construction and engineering consultancy services. Include the tax identification number of the key personnel, and also include the contact number of the materials engineer. Accredited safety officer required upon issuance of notice of award, subject to DEO 98 series of 2014 or the submission of construction safety and health program by the Department of Labor and Employment. First aider with certificate of training issued by Red Cross in compliance to DOLE requirement for the approval of construction safety and health program. Required upon issuance of notice of award, also subject to DO 98 series of 2014. Implementation of Section 3 of Department Order Number 118 series of 2024 regarding the assignment of accredited contractors and consultants project engineers to DPWH projects, which supersedes DO 94 series of 2020 and DO 156 series of 2023. These are the classification and the limits of assignment. For PE2, 10 contracts located within the same province for simultaneous assignments, each costing more than 150 million. For PE1, 11 contracts located within the same province for simultaneous assignments, each costing 100 million to 150 million. And for the provisional project engineer, 10 contracts located within the same province simultaneous assignment, each costing less than 100 million. Omnibus sworn statement. Original duly signed omnibus sworn statement and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS or the omnibus sworn statement and do acts to represent the bidder. NFCC, the net financial contracting capacity of the bidder shall be used in the eligibility processing. Prospective bidder must have an NFCC at least equal to the ABC to be procured as follows. NFCC is equals to the difference of current assets and current liabilities multiplied by 15 and the value of portions will be subtracted of all outstanding works under the bidder's ongoing contracts, including awarded contracts to be started, which portions coincide with the contract to be bid. In the NFCC, the fixed factor of 15 shall be used in the computation of NFCC regardless of the contract duration. For Class B documents, special pickup joint venture license and valid joint venture agreement. If applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful. For financial envelope or envelope number 2, financial bid form must be in accordance with the form prescribed. Bill of quantities, bid prices in the bill of quantities. Detailed estimates, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of the construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. Cash flow, quarterly, monthly cash flow, and payment schedule. Instruction to bidders under ITB Clause 20 from bid data sheet. The bidder shall submit one original and 2 copies of the first and the second component or the technical and financial component of its bid written in indelible ink and shall be signed by the bidder or its duly authorized representative. All envelopes shall A. contain the name of the contract to be bid in capital letters. B. bear the name and address of the bidder in capital letters. C. be addressed to the procuring entity's back. D. bear the specific contract identification of this bidding process. And E. bear a warning, do not open before the date and time for the opening of bids. The bidder shall enclose their original eligibility and technical documents in one sealed envelope marked original technical component and the original of their financial component in another sealed envelope marked original financial component, sealing them all in an outer envelope marked original bid. Each copy of the first and second envelopes shall be similarly sealed, duly marking the inner envelopes as copy number 1 or 2 technical component and copy number 1 or 2 financial component, and the outer envelope as copy number 1 or 2. These envelopes containing the original and copies shall then be enclosed in one single envelope. The bid documents, both technical and financial proposal, must be book-bounded or fastened at the left side with ear tag in A4 size of bond paper, font size 10 or up in 70 to 100% scale, with documentary stamps and paginated as per DEO number 90, series of 2002. Please refer to yung envelope system po natin not necessarily magiging grounds para po kayo mag-ineligible sa ating bidding. Ginagawa lang po natin ito para maging presentable po yung ating mga bid and mas mapapabilis po yung pag-check ng ating mga back members ng PWG and Secretariat. Please refer to DEO number 11 series of 2017 for the minimum materials testing equipment and DEO number 127 series of 2018 or the strict application of RA 9184 in the conduct of post-qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts with the DPWH. The DEO 11 series of 2017 is the inclusion of the minimum materials testing equipment in the technical component of the bid.
Admission and receipt of bids. Legal references. Department Order Number 87, Series of 2020. Electronic submission and receipt of bids for the procurement of civil works contracts. GPPB Resolution Number 09-2020, dated May 7, 2020. Approving measures for the efficient conduct of procurement activities during a state of calamity or implementation of community quarantine or similar restrictions. Authorizing the submission and receipt of bids through electronic means or email. 2016 Revised IRR of RA 9184. Electronic submission and receipt of bids procedures. Number 1. Post the invitation to bid and bidding documents. Responsible person, Back Secretariat. Rules. Must be posted in the DPWH and PhilJEP's website and at any conspicuous place for 7 calendar days per Section 21 of IRR of RA 9184. Number 2. Create the contract ID folder in the eBid portal. Responsible person, Back Secretariat. Rules. Shall be done under posting of the invitation to bid and bidding documents. The folder name should be consistent with the contract ID scheme provided under DO number 33 series of 2018. Here are the examples. Number 3. Purchase the bidding documents. Responsible person, contractor. Rules. Section 17.4 and Appendix 8 guidelines on the sale of bidding documents of the IRR of RA 9184. Number 4. Send the proof of purchase of bidding documents, official receipt. Responsible person, contractor. Rules. Item number 3A of DO number 87 series of 2020. File format. PCAB ID _ contract ID _ official receipt.pdf. Email subject format. Official receipt for contract ID. Must be in PDF. Must be sent prior to the deadlines of submission of bids. Only bidders with system accepted proof of payment shall be allowed to submit their electronic bids. Here are the examples. Number 5. Send the electronic bid. Responsible person, contractor. Rules. Item number 3D, number 3E, number 3I, and number 3M of DO number 87 series of 2020. File format. PCAB ID _ contract ID _ B.zip or .rar/7z. Email subject format. Bid submission of contract ID. Must be in a password-protected archive format. Shall be contained 2 password-protected archive files, the technical and the financial proposal. Number 6. Send the electronic bid if split into 2 due to attachment file size limitation of the email service provider used. Responsible person, contractor. Rules. Item number 3I of DO number 87 series of 2020. Email subject format. Bid submission 1/2 for contract ID number. Bid submission 2/2 for contract ID.
Here are the examples. Electronic bid, main archive file. Under these are technical proposal archive folder and the financial proposal archive folder. Under the technical proposal archive folder is the technical proposal folder, and under the technical proposal folder is the technical documents PDF. Under the financial proposal archive folder is the financial proposal folder, and under this is the financial documents PDF. Number 7. Send the bid modification, if any. Responsible person, contractor. Rules. Item number 3J and number 3M of DO number 87 series of 2020. File format. Pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore bid underscore modification underscore x.zip or RAR slash .7z. Email subject format. Bid modification X for contract ID number, where X represents the number of bid modification submitted. Must be in a password protected archive format. Number 8. Send the letter of non-participation, if any. Responsible person, contractor. Rules. Item number 3K of DO number 87 series of 2020. File format. Pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore non-participation.pdf. Email subject format. Non-participation for contract ID must be in PDF. Number 9. Send the letter of bid withdrawal, if any. Responsible person, contractor. Rules. Item number 3L of DO number 87 series of 2020. File format. Pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore bid withdrawal.pdf. Email subject format. Bid withdrawal for contract ID must be in PDF. Number 10. Close the contract ID folder in eBid portal. Responsible person, back secretariat. Rules. Item number 3G of DO number 87 series of 2020. Rename the contract ID folder in eBid portal to contract ID underscore closed on the deadline of submission and receipt of bids. Number 11. Download the bids from the eBid portal to the local computer. Responsible person, back secretariat. Rules. Item 5A DO number 87 series of 2020. Number 12. Provide the password for the main archive file, electronic bid and the technical proposal archive file. Responsible person, contractor. Rules. Item 5A of DO 98. DO number 87 series of 2020 should only be disclosed verbally in writing during the actual bid opening, which may be done in person or through video conferencing, webcasting, or other similar technology available. Bidder shall be given a maximum of 3 attempts or a period of 15 minutes, whichever comes first, to provide the correct password, except in unforeseen justifiable circumstances. Otherwise, the bidder shall be disqualified. The bidder may also be subjected to the sanction under DO number 17, series of 2015 or 3-strike policy, as may be warranted under the circumstances. Number 13. Open the main archive, electronic bid, and the technical proposal archive file. Responsible person, back secretariat. Rules. Item 5A of DO number 87 series of 2020 and section 30.1 of IRR of RA 9184. Number 14. Provide the password for the financial proposal archive file. Responsible person, back secretariat. Rules. Item 5A of DO 98, number 87 series of 2020 shall only be disclosed verbally in writing during the actual bid opening, which may be done in person or through video conferencing, webcasting, or other similar technology available. Bidder shall be given a maximum of 3 attempts or a period of 15 minutes, whichever comes first to provide the correct password, except in unforeseen justifiable circumstances. Otherwise, the bidder shall be disqualified. The bidder may also be subjected to the sanction under DEO number 17 series of 2015, 3-strike policy as may be warranted under the circumstances. And last, number 15, open the financial proposal archive file, Box Secretariat. Item 5A of DO number 87 series of 2020 and section 30.1 of IRR of RA 9184.
For the schedules for ITB number 2024-23, deadline for submission of bids on or before November 11, 2024 at 10 a.m. And opening of bids immediately after the deadline of submission at DPWH Laguna 2nd District Engineering Office, New Conference Room, Barangay Bambang, Los Baños, Laguna. Bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat through for manual submission here in our, as I have said a while ago, here in our office. And for electronic submission, you can send it through electronic bids _Laguna2 at dpwh.gov.ph. Please be informed that the above-mentioned required bidding documents are posted and available at the DPWH website and field jobs for your reference and guidance. So for the last time, we're encouraging our, especially our prospective bidders to ask questions regarding the topics being presented this afternoon. Upon checking our YouTube live, so far po ay wala namang po sa comment section. So, I guess clear na po sa ating lahat. And once again, to all the attendees here in our social media platforms, thank you for attending. That ends our activity for today. Good afternoon.